Something really exciting, which I've sort of been on the fringes of, been studying at Laidlaw for a period of time. In fact, just wrapped up my studies there last semester. But Laidlaw on a new campus for this year, and something amazing just happening in the area where we meet to have food together. Just groups of people speaking together in Te Reo Māori, some more fluent than others, some struggling to find the words to say, but just such a wonderful thing to see that as a natural expression of the reo in, well, a theological setting, as it were. This is the work of Te Wānanga Ihorangi, and somebody who's a part of the team there is Leah Te Kahu. She joins me on the program now. Leah, kia ora, thanks for your time.
Tēnā koe, Andrew, o te rā tēnā koutou ki ngā kai whakarongo. Kia ora.
Really nice to have you on the show, and really exciting about what is happening with Te Wānanga Ihorangi. Firstly, though, tell us a little bit about yourself, your own journey, what led you to be involved in this space, Leah?
Kia ora, well, yeah, ko Leah Te Kahu tōku ingoa, he uri tēnei no tauranga moana te tairawhiti ko te rana me Ingarangi hoki. So I whakapapa to tauranga moana, the East Coast, England and Scotland. And yeah, how did I end up here? It was probably in mid to the end of last year. I got a request from a good friend of mine, Te Karere Scarborough, asking to come and help him with this new kaupapa. Called Te Wānanga Ihorangi. I had previously participated in their 10-week pilot course.
Yeah.
And at the time, I wasn't working. I was looking after my grandmother, who was quite sick in hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And she grew up in this world believing that you could either be Māori or Christian, and
Wow.
that those two things couldn't marry together. I went on my own journey, learning at Te Wānanga Takira, and I came out of there with my Māoritanga, with my Te Reo Māori, and looking for this other side, for my Christianity side. Where can I fully express myself as Māori, as Christian, and not keep these two parts of me so separate? Yeah, so that's a little bit of how I ended up here.
I mean, it is a false dichotomy, but it's a strong one, particularly within Māori communities, that Christianity is seen to be the colonizers. This is an English faith. This is not connected to the land. There's certainly some strong feelings along those lines within Māori communities, perhaps.
Yeah, 100%. There's a few expressions of Māori faith as well. So we've got the Rātana Church, Ringatu, Pai Marire, and these are all completely in Te Reo Māori. Our principal, Anameka, grew up in the Ringatu Church, so all of her karakia, all of the readings, that's completely in Te Reo Māori.
Yeah. The opportunity, I suppose, to say, I mean, as you have, why not both? You know, to be Māori, to be Christian, to express your faith in Te Reo Māori. What difference has that made for you personally? Oh,
it's been transformational. Even just to hang out with Māori Christians, it often feels like we're sprinkled across churches, and we're the one who gets handed to do the karakia, to do the karanga. We're the one who stands up on Te Wiki or Te Reo Māori to share about Te Reo Māori. And I'm finding myself in a situation where I just get to hang out with my mates. We get to talk about God. We get to speak Te Reo Māori. There's no separation of those two things. We can fully be who we want to be unapologetically.
That is such a good thing. I mean, talk to us about, I suppose, the kaupapa of the school, how that came about. I mean, you mentioned Te Karere Scarborough. I think it's kind of his fault in some ways. It was a vision that he had. He's drawn other people such as yourself into that. But talk to us about the kaupapa, what it is for, and what it is achieving in the lives of those who participate.
Yeah, so it is all Te Karere Scarborough that we can blame here. He's a man of dreams, and as a realist, I sometimes struggle to see those dreams. But then I look at the kaupapa Te Wānanga Ihorangi and I go, wow, if this man hadn't had this dream and had the people around him, we wouldn't be here. So we partnered with Laidlaw for our curriculum. This probably started about 2 years ago. Um, and then, yeah, this is our first year having students. So we're brand new, wānanga, fully into Reo Māori. The students came into the beginning of the year with 2 to 4 weeks to speak English. And after that, it was Te Reo Māori with 2 English speaking room. So if they wanted to talk to us in English, we had to go to a separate room.
Yeah.
We've had a range of stages of life come to us. We've got school leavers. We've got people who haven't been in any education for about 50 years. And different whakaaro around faith, what that looks like, different theology, and we're just weaving everyone together.
That is absolutely fantastic. I mean, this is not just a wonderful vision, but one that has come at the right time, as it were. A whole bunch of things connected together. But talk to us about the response. It would be an understatement to say that you're a little bit oversubscribed, that there's more people that want to engage with this than you currently have capacity for. But talk to us about the response that you've had to this first year of full-time, full immersion study.
Yes, overwhelming. The end of last year, we decided we'd have 1 level 5 classroom, 1 level 6 classroom. We'd have a max of 25 to 30 in our level 5 classroom, and then about 20 to 25 in our level 6 classroom. So altogether around 50. We had over 100 expressions of interest for last year. Maybe about 120, and we interviewed about 60. 60 deciding whether we would let them in or whether we'd have to push them in the direction of somewhere else to learn Te Reo Māori. It's such a hard job to say no to someone, but looking for the right people.
How does that process work, I suppose? You know, it's an unusual situation. I know a lot of tertiary institutions are desperate for students. For you're kind of having tryouts, as it were. What sort of things are you looking for the students at Te Wānanga Ihorangi?
Yeah, we're looking for students who are overall committed. It's a really tough year.
Yeah.
It's so hard to come into an environment every day where you don't understand majority of conversation. When things come up in your personal life, it pulls you out of school. Missing a week of school is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
When it's moving so fast. So we're looking for commitment. We're looking for some connection to whakapono, whatever faith that is, even open to faith. They don't have to be a part of a faith community. Someone, who can financially make it work. It's a tough economy out there. People have whānau responsibilities. We want to make sure that they're not putting themselves in debt to come and study with us, and that it's the right time for them. And then we're also looking for people who come in with a little bit of Te Reo Māori, maybe a level 2, level 3, so that they have a bit more of a base foundation when coming in, because we start running right from week 1.
Exactly. You've got to have at least some foundation in place. Do you need to be Māori to participate? Do you need to whakapapa back to a particular iwi? Is that a requirement?
No. We looking, majority of our expressions of interest are Māori. Obviously, putting the word out to Māori communities. But we do have Pākehā, Tauiwi, a range of people who do not whakapapa to any iwi in Aotearoa. One
of the exciting things about this, and this is what we were talking about as we started, that there was a generation not long ago which said, hey, Māori or Christian, pick a side. But it seems to be that the edges are a little bit blurrier now, that there's people who are happy to say, in my Christian faith, I want to go deeper into an understanding of Te Ao Māori or Te Reo Māori, and that's dividing line perhaps isn't as important as it used to be. That in itself is exciting.
I think there's been a massive movement over the past maybe all of my lifetime, and it's less taboo to be speaking Te Reo Māori, to learning about atua Māori, to learning karanga whai kōrero, whereas my nana's generation, my father's generation, that was discouraged. Told, no, you come into the church, you leave your Māori tanga at the door.
Exciting stuff indeed. So The first intake has happened, exceeding expectations. I understand that you've got an open evening coming up for people that may be watching this or listening to this going, hey, this just sounds like, something's ignited in their spirit as they've been listening to us talk today. Yes, it's tough. We've talked about the challenges. Yes, it's oversubscribed. But if somebody really has that sense within their spirit, what steps should they take? How do they find out more about being involved, or at least being considered to be involved?
Yep, get in touch with us. Email us. We've got our expressions of interest form on our website. And then the 15th of August, we've got an open night. Come and check us out. Come and see our whare. Come and meet our staff. Come meet some tauira from this year. So that's the 15th of August, 7 p.m, 3 Smythe Road, Henderson. We're the ground floor of Laidlaw's building. Big signs.
Just by the train station there, you can't miss it, and it's an absolutely beautiful campus. Ihorangi.ac.nz is the web address. Leah, thank you so much for the work that you do. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us today.
Cool. Thank you, Andrew.
Hey, thanks very much for joining us in the Rhema studio. Thanks very much for watching the interview. It's kind of nice to have an audience, actually. And if you did like what you watched, then do give us a like, do give us the thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more interviews like that one, or perhaps even better, subscribe and those interviews will come straight to you. Don't forget to turn on your notifications, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.